Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is Tanner Fishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing a very intriguing part of Ninjago Crystallized episode 14 that made me love the direction that Ninjago Crystallized is taking with the Harumi character. Before we dive on into today's video though, I must give you guys a very heavy spoiler warning. We are going to be taking a look at some of the footage from episode 14 of Ninjago Crystallized, which of course has not been released officially as of right now. We have some footage in English, about 6 minutes worth. I already did a video about that earlier, so feel free to check that out. But yeah, very heavy spoiler warning in today's video. We are going to be discussing spoilers. You have been warned. So the footage in question comes from a scene in which Lloyd and Harumi are talking. Lloyd is of course caged up and can't really move anywhere, and Harumi is threatening to blow up the ninja, of course Lloyd's teammates. And of course, let's just jump on into the scene right here so I can give my thoughts on the scene even more and discuss the certain moment which I think is really twisty and also really fun. So yeah guys, this is the scene right here that I want to take a look at. This of course comes from Ninjago Crystallized episode 14, or at least the footage that we have so far. So for context, obviously Lloyd is in the cage right here. He beckons to Harumi to please let the ninja go. Harumi is targeting the ninja, of course, Lloyd's teammates. He tells her that he knows that she doesn't want anyone to get hurt. He can sense the goodness in her, and Harumi kind of makes this sad face. She kind of closes her eyes and thinks to herself there, which I love because it shows Harumi's compassionate side, shows that deep down she truly does care about Lloyd. She cares about being a good person just in general, and as she's dealing with those conflicting thoughts, her eyes suddenly glow purple and evil Harumi comes back into play here. And I just love this because it shows that Harumi herself, while she may have some level of compassion and understanding, she is obviously not all the way there. Having been revived by the Overlord to do his bidding, he is obviously influencing her here, which I think will play a role later on in the season when Harumi eventually does get redeemed, which I do believe is coming. And I think that's an excellent idea. As I said earlier in other videos, I think that Harumi being redeemed is a fantastic story to explore this season, because we saw the beginnings of that during Ninjago Hunted right before Harumi died. I love how consistent Ninjago is with its storytelling and its characters, basically coming back to Harumi, focusing on her right where her story left off. And again, her being controlled by the Overlord to be evil Harumi, so to speak, or at least enhance those evil parts of her. I think that is a very intriguing storyline to explore during this season, and I was quite happy to see that actually happen in today's episode. Again, even though we don't really have the entirety of episode 14, I still think the footage that we have here is worth considering and worth talking about, especially this sequence right here. Once again, Harumi, she's just sort of conflicted with her feelings. I love how that looks there, and then all of a sudden she's snapped back into evil reality by the Overlord. Her eyes glow purple there. So maybe the Overlord built some type of connection to her once he actually did revive her. He can constantly be in control of her, especially in situations like this where Lloyd is at a disadvantage and the Overlord needs that edge over him. Obviously, Harumi can come in and be that type of buffer for Lloyd, and of course, if Harumi doesn't really feel the same way during any given moment in time, the Overlord can just kick in evil Harumi and call it good from there, and I love that aspect of this season for all the reasons that I just said. So yeah guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today. Seems like Harumi's redemption is finally going to happen in Ninjago Crystallized, and I for one cannot wait to see what they do surrounding Harumi's character in this season. Will she finally break free from the Overlord's grasp? We're just gonna have to wait and see. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Leave a comment down below discussing what you thought about this scene specifically, and of course, what do you think they're going to do with Harumi's character during this season, judging from this scene right here. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. My name is Tanner Fishies, and I will talk to you guys again later. Peace.